Gonna miss the Queen. Now, that's something that I never thought I would say as an American. Gonna miss the Queen. But when you see King Charles III, I think all the world will soon say, gonna miss the Queen. Wow.
They might already be saying that. There was a little photo op or video op even of him. I don't know what he's signing. You know, the king doesn't really sign bills into law. Yeah. So, but he's motioning to the people who are helping him and clearly outraged about these pens that are in the way, and he wants them removed. Here, look at these. There's two videos. The first one just kind of shows you how easily he gets set off.
He's sitting down.
Get on. Hey. Okay, so then he sits down, and then he's still pissed. Look at the expression on his face.
He like bares his teeth.
Yes.
What are you, a dog?
Yes. He clenches his teeth like he's going to bite somebody.
He's not a good guy.
No.
And he's also a little nutty.
Yeah, and he's an extreme leftist.
Oh, I think he makes extreme leftists. I think extreme leftists go, oh, well, I'm not with him.
Yeah.
I mean, his father said if he could come back, if reincarnation were real, he'd want to come back as a virus because humans are the problem.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. He comes from a long line of kooks.
Oh, yeah. And he's big in ESG and everything else. And, I'm going to start laying something out later on that I learned while I was over in Europe that is, I think I found another piece of history that is as big as Woodrow Wilson for me.
Oh, wow.
Where everybody's like, what are you talking about? And then once people started to understand, they were like, oh my gosh, this is the Rosetta Stone. I think I found another one. And it is, and you'll understand him. You'll understand everything. I'm going to talk about it a little bit. I have to talk to my staff about it so I can really lay it all out for you later on today. But this thing with Prince Charles, now King Charles III, is very, very disturbing. We were in Florence, Italy when it happened. And the people there, you could see, were affected by it. Everybody, I think, really, whether you wanted her to be queen or whatever, she affected your life. I think everybody universally liked her.
Seems like it.
Yeah. I think in thinking about it last week, I think she may have been the greatest political leader of the 20th century. And when I say political, I don't really mean political because she refused most times to get involved in politics. That's according to their constitution. She can't. But she guarded that. And her job as queen was to be an icon or a reminder to set the standards of what we as a society, Western society, should uphold and strive to be like. And I have to tell you,
seems to have done a good job at that.
I think so. You like her, hate her, whatever. You look at the end of her life. Would you not be proud to go out with her reputation and her memory?
Yeah,
I would.
Yeah, with the affection that people had for her.
Yeah. And the fact that you don't have any tapes flying around with her flying into a rage or being, whatever.
Sleeping with the King of France. None of those things.
You don't have any of those.
No.
You don't have any of those. They just auctioned off a letter, and I followed it just because I found it hysterical. A letter of hers that was written the week Diana died. And it went for a lot of money, but not because Diana was mentioned in it or the press. It had nothing to do with the actual words written in the letter. It had everything to do with the use of an exclamation point. She, I know this sounds crazy, she was actually virulently opposed to the exclamation point. She spent her whole life saying it shouldn't even exist. It doesn't exist. It serves no purpose. If the letter is written correctly, you will understand the case and why this person is upset. And don't even get me started. Good thing she didn't ever go online with the use of exclamation points. But she was against them because there's no need for that kind of rhetoric. In this one letter, she used an exclamation point, and it was the only time in her life that she did it.
Wow.
Okay? She was just temperate. Charles, it's really fascinating to me. It's always the third generation. And by the way, that would be us. It's always the third generation. Look at the stock that her father came from. Her father he did not want to be king. He had no desire to be king. He stuttered. He was a guy like Moses. He really should not be the king and was not prepared ever to be the king because his brother was the firstborn. His brother cozies up to a Nazi sympathizer, an American, by the way, and falls head over heels in love with her and decides, I'm leaving and I'm abdicating. So now here's Elizabeth watching her father struggle through all of this and try to be prepared and try to become the king when he wasn't supposed to be. He becomes the king. By the time she's 14, she realizes, I'm going to have to be the queen. At 21, on her 21st birthday, she gives an incredible speech about pledging her loyalty to serve the people and the Commonwealth her whole life with honor. She lived up to that. So now her father is unbelievably great. She's unbelievably great. And the third generation, they don't care. Mm-hmm. I don't think Charles has any honor in him. And it could destroy it. Just like I think this is a lesson for all of us. It is our generation that has let it fall. We have not done our job. However, are we raising our children to be able to step in? And are we giving our children who can step in the opportunity to maybe step in a little earlier than they should? I think William would be a great king. With all that he learned from not only his grandmother, his father, and his mother, Diana, I think he could restore this and be a good king. Charles, if he lasts more than 5 years, I'd be surprised. And if he's smart, he would abdicate in 5 years and give it to his son, because Charles will destroy the monarchy. I know you don't care. I don't really care, except the monarchy under Elizabeth was the one stabilizing force of constant reminder of where we came from. It is a historic institution. Good, bad, indifferent, doesn't matter. It's a reminder of history. You take away the monarchy and try to teach to your kids the founders and who they fought after, who they fought against, why they fought against it. Why is the monarchy bad? And, why was she stripped of all of her powers? This is gravely disorienting and gravely dangerous, having Charles step in. If he's learned anything from his mother and he actually does it, the monarchy has a chance. If he starts to get involved and blab his mouth and he is seen doing anything, the monarchy is over. And most Americans don't care. You should, because it's a mile marker. It is an institution that reminds us who we are, where we've come from. And the best thing is, Americans don't pay a dime for it. So I'm all for that.